Release the front of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your heart, extend your spine. And exhale, step your right leg back. Parsvottanasana. So straighten your front leg. Spin your back heel towards the floor. And come up on your fingertips. If you need to have blocks, by all means, put them underneath your fingers. But stay on your fingertips and make sure the front leg is straight. Lift your toes, make your legs strong. And put your left hand on the outside of your front shin. Squeeze your shins towards the central line. Apply a deep boundary. What happens if you don't create this boundary, the hamstrings can get overstretched, and then they actually bind more to protect themselves. So squeeze your shins in, but now tip your heart forward, move your inner thighs back, keep your back thigh lifting, turn your belly from right to left, and then bow and fold over your front leg. Step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, step your left leg back, Parsvottanasana. Both legs straight, hips squared. Come on your fingertips. Let your pelvis settle and your legs anchor towards the earth. And then lift all 10 toes up and squeeze your legs towards the middle. Add a little bit more of that engagement by putting your right hand on your shin and squeezing your shins towards each other. As you squeeze your shins in, notice how you can now push your thighs back. You push into that boundary. Push your inner thighs back and apart. Keep your back thigh lifting as you turn your belly to the right. 100% legs strong, 100% push and turn your belly to the right. Open a new pathway in the hips, and now bow and fold. Push down through your legs and fold over your front foot. And then slowly step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, step your right foot forward, Eka Pada Raja Kapotasana. Make sure your front shin is on an angle. Spread your toes, click your toenails into the earth so that your right heel lifts up off of the earth and the outer shin is toned. This creates strength in the knee. Also, tuck the back toe under in order to give yourself a little bit more of a clear boundary. We tend to fall and sink into this pose, and if you just fall down in the pose, the pelvis can actually get tighter. So without the boundary, you actually feel tightness, you feel more confined. So you add the boundary by squeezing your legs towards the midline, get your right hip up off the floor, and then keeping that engagement, come onto your elbows. Hold your shins hugging towards the center. And now tip your heart forward just a little so that you can now move your inner groins back and apart. And keeping your inner thighs moving back and apart. Start to turn your belly to the right. And then holding your legs strong, push through your legs. Push the bones long so that you can pull your spine forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale deeply. And exhale, left foot forward, Eka Pada Raja Kapotasana. Front shin on an angle. Spread your toes. Click the toenails into the earth. Make sure that the toes press down so much that the right outer heel lifts up. And so the legs have to work. The legs are the Dharma. They are the necessary actions, the necessary regulations and boundaries and limitations that are needed in order to facilitate opening. So hold the shins strong, but now the duty of Shri is to push what we thought was possible. So while you keep your legs squeezing strong, start to push your inner thighs back and apart. Draw your waistline up and your tailbone under. And then start to push again. Push down through your legs, but without collapsing. So you keep the Dharma of the legs. And then push through the bones of your legs. Pull your spine forward and get more and more deeply into your hips. A new pathway in the hips. Downward facing dog.